Today we shall study about radicals. What is radicals? Before going for radicals, we will do some previous studies that sodium, its electronic configuration is 281. It loses one electron and forms sodium positive ion, means sodium cation, and chlorine, its atomic configuration is 287. To complete its octet, it gains one electron from the sodium, and they combine together, sodium ion plus and chloride ion, they combine together to form sodium chloride. Now this sodium chloride, one molecule of sodium chloride, it is made up of two ions, one positive ions and another negative ions. This positive ion is called cation and this one is called anions. So this sodium chloride, it is made up of two ions, means two parts. Two parts means two radicals. One is your positive radical, another one is negative radicals. So these are called radicals. These radicals may be an atom or group of atom. Here hydrogen is positive ion, but SO4 sulfate, it is negative ion or negative radicals. All the metals lose electrons, so they are called positive radicals or cation radicals or basic radicals, and all the nonmetals, they gain electrons, they are called electronegative radicals, acid radicals. So here is the definition of radical. A radical is an atom. A radical is an atom or a group of atoms of same or different elements, and they behave like a single unit. Here they are an atom. Here SO4 or NO3 or NH4, they all are group of atoms. Here NH4 acts as single unit and NO3 means nitrate ion works as another single unit. If a radical is here an element, atom of an element, sodium plus chlorine, they are called simple radicals, but group of two or more atoms are called compound radicals. Here a radical is called simple radical when it is made up of only one atom. Here sodium, hydrogen, they are single or simple radicals, but sulfate, nitrate, carbonates, they are called compound radicals. All the metals form positive ion. They are also called electropositive elements or basic radicals. Here it is page number 6. We should know the names of the electropositive elements. If we can see, they all are monovalent, divalent or trivalent or tetravalent. They all are metals. So all the metals are electropositive elements or they form electropositive radical. But here is monovalent, divalent, trivalent or tetravalent. If we can see, they all are nonmetals. They all are electronegative radicals. Now, how do we write chemical formula? We write chemical formula by a process which is called crisscross process or method. For example, if we want to write the formula of sodium chloride, it is made up of sodium plus chlorine. The symbol of sodium is Na, symbol of chlorine is Cl. First we write the symbols. Now on the top, and first we used to write basic radicals, means metals. Now write the valency of sodium on the top and valency of chlorine on the top. Now the valency of chlorine is written at the right hand side of sodium at the food and valency of sodium is written at the right side of the and at the bottom of chlorine. It will be Na1 Cl1. We ignore this one, we write NaCl. Another example, if you want to write the formula of magnesium oxide, it is made up of magnesium plus oxygen. The valency of magnesium is 2, valency of oxygen is 2. Then we write like this, Mg2O2, but here 2 is HCl. So after dividing, it will be Mg1O1. We ignore 1, it will be MgO. So this one will be the formula of magnesium oxide, MgO. Here are some important formulas. This formula we should get it by heart, and we should know how we can write this formula. How we can name the compound. Suppose a compound is made up of metal and non-metal, then the symbol or name of metal is written first and name of non-metal is written at last. Suppose it is calcium nitride. Calcium is a metal, it will be written first, and nitrogen is a non-metal, it will be written at the last. If there is a compound which is made up of non-metals, then tri, tetra, penta, hexa, etc. is added. It is PCl3. First it is phosphorus, chlorine is 3. It will be called phosphorus trichloride. Similarly, phosphorus chlorine 5 means phosphorus pentachloride. If two elements are there and one is oxygen, then oxygen is represented at the end of the formula. If it is calcium oxide, we used to write this metal first and oxygen at last. It is called calcium oxide. But here question is, the name of compound depend on the number of oxygen present in the compound. First, if there is one carbon, one oxygen, it will be carbon. One oxygen means carbon monoxide, but carbon is 1, oxygen is 2, it will be carbon dioxide. Now, how to calculate the valency from a given chemical formula? If we are given any molecular formula, how we will calculate the valency? First we should know the valency of these. Now for example, if we are given NO2 and we have been asked that find the valency of nitrogen. First step is what? Write the formula NO2. Then NO2 Now interchange this script, means whatsoever it is written below nitrogen or oxygen, interchange it on the top. So here nitrogen is 1, it will be written on the top of oxygen. Here is O2, 2 will be written on the top of nitrogen, so it will be N2O1. But we know that valency of oxygen is 2, but it is here written 1. So we will multiply 1 into 2 and 2 into 2. It will come N4O2. So now the valency of nitrogen will be 4. These were for this chapter 1A. Next day we will see chapter 1B. One humble request from all my students, that if you have any confusion, if you have any problem, you are mostly welcome. You are cordially welcome. You can ask any questions, any type of confusions. My phone number is given at the last. I hope you will have confusion. You will have the telephonic discussion. Wish you all the best. Stay at home and take care of your health. Bye bye. How we will name an acid? First, we should know that all the acids are made up of hydrogen. Hydrogen is an essential component of acid. Without hydrogen, no acid can be imagined. Now, if the acid is binary means bi means 2. If acid is made up of only 2 elements, for example here HCl, hydrochloric acid, HBr, hydrobromic acid, here this acid, it is made up of hydrogen and chlorine, hydrogen and bromine. Here we use first hydrogen, chlorine. For hydrogen we will use hydro, and for chlorine we will use chloride. So not chloride, chloric, hydrochloric, hydrobromic, hydrofluoric acid. But if an acid is made up of 3 or more atoms, here hydrogen is the basic radical and this is the acid radicals. Second letter is S. On this second letter, its name will be sulfurous acid. If the number of oxygen is 3, it will be sulfurous. If the number of oxygen atom is 4, it will be sulfuric acid. Likewise, second letter is nitrogen. It will be nitrous acid, or this one here, if the number of oxygen is 3, it will be nitric acid. Sometimes we may get some complex compound in which oxygen is present. For example here, this one is NaClO. What we will say normally, sodium chloride oxide. No, it is wrong. Here the number of oxygen atom is 1. Here it is written less than 2. Less than 2, obviously it will be 1. So we will use a term hypo. It will be called sodium hypo. Then it is chloride. Instead of chloride, IDE, we will use ITE. So it will be sodium hypochlorite. If there are 2 oxygen atoms, if the number of oxygen atom is 2, it will be ite, sodium chloride. And if the number of oxygen atom is 3, we will write it sodium is for this 3 we will use a suffix ATEA, sodium chlorate. Here if we can see same sodium, one atom of sodium, one atom of chlorine, but the number of oxygen atom is more than 3. Not 3, more than 3. So if the number of oxygen is more than 3, means it is 4, we will use PER, prefix per, it will be sodium perchlorate, sodium perchlorate. We should know these formulas. Just right now we had studied that how to write the molecular formula. First we write the symbols, then we used to write the valency at the top of the atoms, then we interchange their valency, then we get the molecular formula. For example, here magnesium oxide, it is made up of magnesium plus oxygen. The valency of magnesium is 2, valency of oxygen is 2. After interchanging we get Mg2O2, but 2 is HCF, so we divide both valencies as by 2, we get Mg1O1, it will be MgO. But now if formula is given, then how we will calculate the valency? Here it is MgO, if it is the formula, here Mg is 1, oxygen is 1, we write Mg1 or O1. Now write this on the top of the each other, it will be Mg1 O1, but valency of oxygen is 2, so we multiply both the subscripts, means 1 into 2, 1 into 2, it will be Mg2O2. It means the valency of magnesium is 2 and valency of oxygen is also 2. For naming a compound, we follow certain rules, that first we write the basic radicals, then acid radicals. We pronunciate first basic radicals if it is some metals, so calcium, then chloride. Now if it is 2, we use dichloride, so calcium chloride or magnesium oxide, phosphorus trichloride or phosphorus pentachloride. There are certain rules for naming the compound, but there are certain compounds, they are very less in number. Here it is mononitrogen trihydride or nitrogen trihydride. According to the number of atoms, it should be nitrogen trihydride, but this nitrogen trihydride is called ammonia. Similarly, it is 2 hydrogen 1 oxygen, its name should be dihydrogen monoxide. 2 hydrogen 1 oxygen, dihydrogen monoxide, or we call it simply as water. These are the rules, or these are the method that how we use to name a compound. We should remember it.